이제 참가자가 얼마 남지 않았는데요. 여러분 마지막까지 많은 격려 부탁드립니다.
네, 그 발표 잘 들었고요. 옥수 씨는 인생에 영향을 끼친 인물이 있으신가요?
네, 저는 전 세계의 대통령이라고 하는 반기문 유엔 사무총장님이에요. 진짜 멋있는 것 같아요.
아, 네, 정말 훌륭하신 분이죠. 다음은 이렇게 인생에 영향을 끼친 인물에 대해서 08학번 이은수 학생이 발표해 주시겠습니다.
The next presenter is Lee Eun Soo. Please welcome her. Hi guys! I'm really honored to be here with the gorgeous students of English Literature Department and have a chance to speak to you. Before telling my story, I'd like to ask you some questions. Is there a person who inspires you? Do you have a person in your life who can give you wise and trusted advice? Do you have a person in your life who affects you in good ways? The person who inspires me is Steve Jobs. I think everyone knows who Steve Jobs is. Even though he has passed away, I still learn many life lessons from the examples he set. And I can sum those life lessons up in 3 keywords. Ambition, perfection, and courage. Let me first talk about ambition. Steve Jobs faced many difficulties throughout his life. He was abandoned by his biological parents. He had a bad reputation because of his fastidious temperament. This temperament led to him being expelled from the Apple Corporation in 1985. This was nothing compared to the hardest difficulty he would face later in life. In 2004, Steve Jobs was diagnosed with cancer. Imagine what it would be like if you faced these troubles. How'd you hold up? Some people may think that they couldn't recover from such difficulties and throw in the towel. However, Steve Jobs was not that kind of person. Although the reality of his situation was not ideal, he was not dispirited, and he faced his problems head-on. He set higher goals for his company, which was making machines, so people all around the world could enjoy a better quality of life. I learned an important life lesson from him. That is, be ambitious. Now, I always try to face hardships and not give up easily. I go try even harder and set higher goals even if my situation is not ideal. Secondly, Steve Jobs taught me about perfection. Steve Jobs was obsessive about product design and pursuit of perfection. One such occasion illustrates this perfectly. It was during the design stages of the Mac. Steve Jobs ordered a designer to design a Mac without any screws. It was a real challenge for the designer, so he made a prototype, and it included just one screw. Just one! How do you think Steve Jobs reacted to this prototype? Fired. The designer got fired. Steve Jobs was a perfectionist, so he wouldn't accept even one screw in the Mac. Of course, I know I'm not perfect, but trying my best is a crucial part of me. Doing my best to make a good speech, be a good friend, or get a high score on a test. Trying to live my life as I want or think. I believe these efforts will help me in my pursuit of perfection. Last but not least is courage to do what you really want. Steve Jobs delivered a speech at Stanford University for graduates where he said, "If you live each day as it was your last day, someday you will most certainly be right." After thinking this, he looked in the mirror every morning and asked himself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And whenever the answer was no for too many days, he knew he needed to change something. After I watched this graduation address video, I found enlightenment. Guys, our lives are limited. There's no time to hesitate. There's no time to do what we really don't want to. We should live our lives instead of living up to others' expectations. Have the courage to do what you really want. Until now, I told you 3 keywords: ambition, perfection, and courage. I learned all these 3 lessons from Steve Jobs. Having someone who inspires you is really important because they might teach you the importance of life and will lead you down the path for a better life. Finally, you can live a life without regrets. Now, I'll ask you the same questions once more. Is there a person who inspires you? Do you have a person in your life who can give you wise and trusted advice? Do you have a person in your life who affects you in good ways? If your answer is no, find that person right now. I strongly believe we all will be better people if we find someone who inspires us. Thank you very much.